Hey guys, Coach Brandi here. I've had a number of conversations lately with some of you guys around nutrition and helping you reach your goals. And maybe for some of you guys, your goals are changing, so we need to adjust our attack and our approach on your nutrition plan. So I want to create this quick video just to categorize a few things, put things into buckets, because we all know that's what I like to do, but maybe help you understand where you are and what it's going to take to help you reach your goals, and then how we can help support you along that journey. So if you have ever done our boot camp program, this first part is going to look pretty familiar to you. So we have 3 different levels, and I think you can simplify all the stuff, all the crazy stuff that you hear out there in the world. I think you can simplify it down into these 3 levels for your nutrition, kind of figure out where you are and where you want to be. So the first level, level 1, is all about eating real food. Let's stop with a lot of the fast food restaurants. Let's stop with a lot of the processed foods. You just need to eat real foods. 2 kind of cues that we give to help you with that: look at the labels and shop the perimeter of the store. Now, looking at the labels, it's not something that I want you to get really dig into and get really overwhelmed with everything. It's really just, can you pronounce what's on there? Is there a lot of sugar? The biggest thing I want you to look for is all the added sugar that goes into a lot of the processed foods. If you are eating your fresh fruit, your veggies, eating your meats, maybe your eggs, they're along the perimeter of the grocery store. Not everything along the perimeter is healthy, but most of the things that you need are going to be on the outside, on the perimeter of the grocery store. So if you can do those 2 things, you are well on your way to eating clean foods. Just this next sentence actually goes into it, but meats and vegetables, nuts and seeds, some fruit, little starch, and no sugar. And if you can do that, if you can apply that sentence to your daily meals, you are way ahead of the game. And the whole point of level 1 is just to get you to make those conscious food choices. Every time you go to the refrigerator, every time you go out to eat, every time when hopefully you're meal planning and you're making those decisions around what your day looks like and what foods are going to be in your day, that's level 1, and that's just focusing on eating real foods and like I said, just really getting rid of the processed stuff. So if you are having trouble there, that's cool. Give us a call. We can talk about it and figure out what is it that we can do to help you stay in this category and start to be consistent in this category. When you are consistent in level 1, you kind of move over to level 2. And in the level 2 kind of category, little level 2 bucket here, I want you to understand what your macros are, your proteins, your carbs, and your fat, what foods fall into those categories. Be sure that you're getting enough protein in the day. That's going to be your first step. And then it's all about consistency. It's really setting that standard, kind of creating that baseline, and you get used to it. You start to build those healthy habits, and you really understand how to get in enough protein. How much is enough fat and too much fat. Healthy fats are good for you. They're not going to make you fat, but too much of a good thing is still too much. So you want to find a little bit of that balance, and then you want to work on timing. So what do your normal meals look like? What do your post-workout meals look like? When we go through and we kind of teach this, we go a little bit more, we elaborate a little bit on this in class, but when we go through and teach this, your normal meals, let's say this is your plate for the day. Your normal meals, you're going to have about 1/3 of your plate is going to be protein, and then 2/3 you want carbs. Now, a lot of people get really confused when we talk about carbs because a lot of people think starchy carbs. Fruits and vegetables are carbs, and you need the micronutrients from those fruits and vegetables. So you got to eat your veggies. So for this, instead of saying carbs, I'm going to say vegetables here. And most of the time, 2/3 of your plate should be vegetables, but sometimes you can put fruit. So I'll put fruit/vegetables on this 1/3 of the plate. And then for your healthy fats, you want maybe this much of your plate. So it's more kind of a sprinkle, a small handful of almonds or olives, or if you're cooking with coconut oil or something like that. So your normal meal, you want your plate to be 1/3 protein and then 2/3 vegetables. Sometimes you can switch that out with fruit, right? Because you learned in level 1, meats and vegetables, nuts and seeds, some fruit, excuse me, a little bit of starch and no sugar. And so you're continuing that here, and you're being very consistent with it. So your normal meal, your normal plate, 2-3 times a day looks like this. Your post-workout meal, you want to have half of your plate protein, and I'm going to put C for carbs because I am talking about starchy carbs here. So when you look at, yes, fruits and vegetables are carbs, but your starchy carbs are like your potatoes, your rice, your plantain chips, your bananas, things like that. Sweet potatoes are fine, white rice, brown rice. We can talk about the difference and kind of what's going to work best for you. But the big thing here in level 2 is that you are working on consistency. You are working on most of your meals being proteins and vegetables. Post-workout, your meals have some carbs in there, some starchy carbs in there, and you understand the difference in protein, carbs, and fats. So again, if this is where you are, or if you're ready to move into level 2, that's fine. We can help you if you need. If you have questions about this, give us a call, let us know. The next step here, if you know that this is where you are and you know that you need a little bit of help here with consistency, we have an online nutrition coaching. We do use the Precision Nutrition courseware for that. There is a minimum 3-month commitment because I want you guys to get in and kind of build those healthy habits. You will receive daily emails, and it's more about, you might already know this is a protein, this is a carb, this is a fat. I know that I need to eat meats and vegetables, nuts and seeds, etc. You might know that, but you're not practicing that, and there's no goal there, and there's no reason for you to really stay on top of it every day, so you're not as consistent as you need to be. So level 2 is all about consistency, and again, that online nutrition coaching that we do can help you with that. Daily emails, we get into a little accountability, we go back and forth and really kind of coach you through building good habits and focusing on, let's work on your protein. Then when you're ready, we'll move to, let's get some more vegetables in your day. Then let's talk about healthy fats and figure out, are you getting too much or not enough healthy fats? And we move on. It's actually built out to be a 1-year program. So if that's something you're interested in, cool. But at the very least, I want you to spend 3 months, go through the program, see if it makes you feel better, if you're performing better, if you feel better, you look better, and you want to continue, cool. If you don't, that's fine as well, right? So level 2 there, we'll move on to level 3. Most people are going to work their way into level 2, and most people are going to stay here, and that's totally fine. You will see a lot of success here in level 2. If and when you're ready, you can move into level 3. So level 3, this gets into tracking your macros, the protein, carbs, and fats. You need to know, how much protein do I need in a day? How many carbs and how much fat do I need in a day? And you need to track that, because just knowing the information sometimes is not enough. If you really want to get to kind of that next level performance or next level aesthetics, and you're a data person and it doesn't bother you to track information, we need that info. So sometimes you might have to weigh and measure your food, but it definitely requires planning. Oh, I had too much at lunch, I need to back down for dinner. But if you can plan that out, then you'll know, here's what breakfast looks like, here's what lunch looks like, here's what dinner looks like. This is going to help me get this much protein, this many carbs, this much fat, and I know that if I can stay there each day, we're good to go. So the way we can support you there, one, we can help you set your macros, but then it's up to you to follow those macros every day. You will need to adjust. You don't need to eat the exact same number of macros every single day. So you'll need to adjust day to day, week to week. And if you're comfortable doing that, cool. We can help you set your macros. You take off, you use something like MyFitnessPal, you track it, you have fun with it. You will absolutely see results. And then when you need help, you come back to us and ask us about it. If you want kind of that option 2, that next level for our support, is that you can have your coach monitor and adjust your macros on a weekly basis. And if you choose to do that, there's a minimum 12 weeks because, again, just like the online coaching, we want you to stick to it. Everything that you are looking to do with nutrition is going to take time, right? It's you want to play the long game here, and you know that giving up something today is going to get you that reward in the future, and you're looking at your goals and you're really trying to reach those goals. It's going to take time. So with this coach monitoring and adjusting your macros weekly, it's really more, we'll set those macros. Here's what you need to look at for protein, carbs, and fat. Here's what you need to hit every day. You're going to use MyFitnessPal or some tool like that to track your macros. You're going to hit that, and then you and your coach will communicate back and forth through email. We'll share a spreadsheet, and we'll look at your data, and we'll adjust that for you and be sure that you're on track and you're ready to reach those goals. So if seeing this, I'll step out of the way. If you want to take a screenshot or anything here, if this board helps you out, awesome. If just seeing this and having this information, if that's all you need, I hope that helps. And I hope that you can look at this and realize that it's not as complicated as maybe the media and different magazines will have you believe. It's really about eating real food and staying away from a lot of the processed stuff. It's about being consistent, and maybe you start to time your carbs after your workout, and then you can take it to that next level and start tracking things, and we can help you along the way in all three of these categories. But the bottom line is that you have to be, there are kind of three things that we ask. You have to be ready, willing, and able to make a change. That's it. So we will help you. We are there step by step, every part of your journey, but you have to put in the work. You have to make the decision that you're ready for this. You're ready for that next step. You're ready to get rid of some of the fast food. You're ready to just think about the timing and focus on normal meals versus pre-workout meals. Or you're ready to track macros, and keeping data doesn't bother you. You're going to track it. You're going to communicate with your coach. Or, like I said, you want more healthy habits and you want to build that lifestyle and work through kind of a daily email interaction with your coach. That's fine. You never have to track your food. So either one, whatever works for you, whatever works for your personality, where you are right now in life, and what you think is going to help you the most, we're here for you. But again, you have to be able to put in the work. You have to be ready, willing, and able to do it. So if you're ready and you want to talk nutrition and you're ready to get us to help you out a little bit, let me know. Give me a call, shoot me an email. I would love to talk to you soon and help you reach those goals.